I saw a blind man. He was tapping along, losing his way as he pressed through the throng. Tears filled my eyes. I said, "Friend, you can't see." With a smile on his face, he replied to me, "I'll see all my friends in Halleujah Square." What a wonderful time we'll all have up there. We'll sing and praise Jesus, His glory to share. And you'll not see one blind man in Halleujah Square. I saw a crippled, he was dragging his feet. He could not walk like we do down the street. I said, "My friend, I feel sorry for you." But he said, "Up in heaven, I'm gonna walk just like you. And I'll see all my friends in Halleujah Square." What a wonderful time we're all gonna have up there. We'll sing and praise Jesus, His glory to share. I'll not see one crippled in Halleujah Square. I saw a poor man.
What about that?
Brother Darrell is gasping for breath. Soon he'd be gone. His eyes, they'd be closing dead. He looked at me and said, "Don't you be blue. I'm going up in heaven. How about you?" And I'll see all my friends in Halleujah Square. What a wonderful time we're going to have over there. We'll sing and praise Jesus, His glory to share. And we'll all live forever in Halleujah Square. I'll see all you, my friends, in Halleujah Square. What a wonderful time we'll all have up there. We'll sing and praise Jesus, His glory to share. And we'll all live forever in Halleujah Square.
Amen.
We'll all live forever in Halleujah Square. Thank you, Lord. Friend, there was a question one time that God looked down and He asked, and before He asked you to give the instruction, He said that heaven is my throne and earth is my footstool. What house will you build me?
Never be forgotten.
Saith the Lord. You may say, "Well, I can't build no house. I don't have the money, or I can't get the credit to get a mortgage to build one for him." That's not what He's talking about, friend.
No.
You see, the Bible typifies this body that we live in as a house, as a temple, tabernacle. I've heard it referred to as many things. Tree, a tent. But He said, "Heaven is my throne and earth is my footstool. What house will you build me?"
That's the question.
Then we hear the writer saying, "Unless the Lord builds the house,
The labor is
in vain." Now, the foolish man would ask you, don't that contradict itself?
Yeah, exactly.
When he asks, "What house will you build me?" And then if the Lord don't build the house, then the labor be in vain.
Sounds like a contradiction. Lord, do bless him.
You see, friend, there's a choice that you're going to have to make how you're going to build this house.
Bless him now.
And keep in mind what the house is. And the choice that you make and the blueprints that you pick is your choice. It's not mine.
Yeah.
And it's not yours.
Lord, do bless.
But the blueprints that is a must to and you have to pick in order to go to heaven, now this is the way I found it,
Yeah.
is a blueprint that was laid out on a cross on a hill called Calvary.
That's the way it is too, brother. That's just the way it is.
That blueprint today was laid out that He said that if you choose this day whom you're going to serve.
Yeah.
You see, friend, what house will you build me?
Yeah.
Yeah, Lord.
God asked that question.
Yeah.
But I want to show you today who His Son is the blueprint. It's Jesus Christ.
Yes, it is.
And you have to choose His Son.
Yeah. Yeah.
You have, listen, to choose His Son, listen, to build this house.
Yeah.
Somebody said, well, how do I choose Him, preacher? Do I come up and will you recite a prayer?
Do you no good.
After I repeat that after you, then will I be okay?
No.
Yeah, well,
No. Will I, if I give the church 10% of everything that I make when I come down to die?
Yeah.
Will that be okay then, preacher?
No.
Sufficient.
No. God owns it all anyhow. My Father, He owns the cattle on 1,000 hills.
That's right. Yeah.
He owns us and all the gold and silver anyhow. Listen, but He said, what house will you build me?
Yeah.
Friend, listen, you better have Jesus as your foundation.
Yep.
Listen, He is the blueprint. One writer said when he looked around, listen to me today, you think you have troubles. You think you have heartache here in this land. You think that you're the only one. Listen, but I'll declare to you, there was a man everywhere that he looked around. Listen, he had problems, he had trouble, he had heartache. Listen, and there was some trying to get him to go this way. There was some trying to get him to go that way. Sister Lou, but listen, I'm glad that when he looked around and he counted up the cost, he listened, his reply was to him like this. Oh, I'll let others do as they may, but for me and my house, I'll serve the Lord. We'll serve the Lord. Listen today, friends, so then, I want you, listen, if you're here today and, listen, you've been saved and you've got problems, I want to say like this to the church. You might be trying your best. You may have a spouse at home. Listen, I just don't want to go along with you going to church. You might have children that's out and giving you problems. You might have, listen, the bank looking at you and saying, you're 2 months late. Listen, you might have, listen, problems at work. But listen, I'll declare to you, a friend, church, today, you'll have to be like that man was and be able to say, oh, as for me and my house, I'm going to serve the Lord today. And you put Him first, Brother Darrell, and everything will be all right. Listen, somebody said, you mean that I'll go to the mailbox and there'll be a check in there? Maybe not, maybe not. Does that mean listen, everything will just be made out and all right and rose for me? No. Listen, but I'll declare to you one thing. How Jason is founded, listen, in this land is mine then. Oh, listen, when I trust in Him, listen, the Lord will make the ways a lot smoother. Listen, that's why when John the Baptist told about Him coming, he said, to prepare ye the ways of the Lord, make His path straight. Why? Because He's coming, and when He comes, He's going to have his fan in his hand. Listen, and he's going to purge his floor. Listen, and he said, why, John, is he going to do that? Listen, here's what John said Jesus is going to do. Oh, he'll make the crooked straight. He'll make the rough smooth, boys. Listen, he lined her out, didn't he? Listen, he said that even a fool could err therein. Listen, but you have to choose to say whom you're going to serve. You're going to have to choose how you build your house. Listen, if you build it on a solid foundation, that's why David said, the Lord, He is my rock in a weary land. He is my shelter in time of storm. Listen, and no other foundation has been laid, save that. Listen, has already been laid. And who is that? It's Jesus Christ. Listen, He is a rock. Listen, in time of storms. Somebody said, well, what does a rock do good for me in a stormy time? I'll tell you what it'll do. You can hide under it, brethren, under the rock. Listen, you can, it'll secure you from the storm. Listen, oh, friend, it'll lead you in this land. It'll guide you in all the ways of the truth. But you have to be willing to let it do that.
That's right.
In church, you have to be willing to let Him have a way in your life. Listen, you say, well, I used to be able to sing, but I can't sing as good as I used to. You may say, I used to be able to preach, but I can't preach like I used to. You may say, well, I used to be able to shout, but I can't shout like I used to. Listen, friend, it's not the one to your left, it's not the one to your right's fault. It's your fault. Only you choose that today. Because, listen, there's been times that I've went to church and see them all shouting around me, and I couldn't feel a thing. I'd be cold, Brother Darrell. Listen, and I realize, listen, why, Lord, what's wrong? Listen, I'll tell you what was wrong, Sister Lou. It wasn't you. It wasn't you, but it was Jason's fault. Listen, but I'm going to tell you something, friend. Old Baptist is painting a picture I'm afraid of in life. That it's a hard thing to get a blessing from God. It's a hard thing to have Him today. I want to tell you, friend, listen, all that Jesus wants from you is to be willing to say, Lord, thy will be done, and mean it with all your heart and soul, mind, and strength. And when you do that, I promise you, He'll pour you out a blessing today. No wonder David said, yea, though I walk through the valley in the shadow of death, I'll fear no evil. Why, David? Because thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they do comfort me. Thou, listen, prepares the table before, right in the presence of my enemies. Now listen, Brother Darrell, you ever the table prepared right in the presence of my enemies? Listen, and there be food and food to spare. Listen today, friend, and I'll declare to you, he said, and I like this part, He anointed my head with oil, and that cup it runneth over. Listen, has your cup ran over this weekend? Listen, oh, friend, somebody may say, no, mine hasn't. If it hasn't, then it's your fault today. It's not mine. Mine has. Listen, I could have said yesterday, brother, you talk about breezes flooding my soul. You talk about brushing the dew and the banks on Jordan. Oh, I knew what the writer said when he said, I looked over Jordan, and what did I see? A happy angel band coming after me. Listen, I tell you, friend, listen, have you ever been able to actually feel the wind from the angel's wings? I felt them before. Breezes fill my soul today when I can feel the Spirit of God like we have. Children, I want you to realize there's reality in serving God. There, listen, today I thought and I saw Jerry come in, the young man that he's brought in. Listen, he's never been around us whole Baptist people, but he may think that we're awful weird. Listen, today, but I declare to you how the Spirit of God is. He'll teach you today. He'll guide you today. No, we're not always crying, brother. Listen, and I'll declare to you, you may say, well, I don't get nothing out of this. I don't get nothing out of that. Have you really let your heart try to, friend? Listen, we stop a lot of blessings to ourselves. We cause a lot of heartache for ourselves. Listen, brethren, Colin, when we go to church on Sunday, we are to be able to say, Lord, if it's just somebody in the corner singing a song, would you let me get a blessing from it? Listen, if someone's crying, Lord, would you bless me to look over at them and get a blessing from it? Listen, if some little child comes up on the stand, let me get a blessing from it. Listen, oh, listen today, I'm glad that God, He's God and He's still in control today. Listen, but here, and I'm going to say this, and I'm going to get out of the way. Listen, why? Here's what was on my mind, and I want you young people to listen to this. Listen, to everything there is a season. Listen, and a time to every purpose under heaven. Listen, now when he said under heaven, he's talking about right here. Listen, to every time there is a season. Now listen to me, folks. Listen, a time to be born and a time to die. Listen, a time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted. Now, friend, listen to me real close. Church, there is a time that we plant, and we should be planting today. Boy, you can't plant leaving your Bible, gathering dust at home. You can't plant not singing the song that God bids you to sing. You can't plant not preaching the message that God lets you read and sing. Listen, today you can't plan. Listen, sitting at home on Sunday. Listen, you can't plan sitting in the church, worried about what you're going to do tomorrow. You can't plan. Listen, sitting in church and worried about the vacation that you're going on. I won't do it, boy. Listen, every mind, every heart needs to come together and think on this, that God, your will be done, not mine, Lord. Because if God's will is done, then everybody will be happy. Listen, and he said, and there is a time to pluck up that is planted. I love this, brother. And that means they say, well, maybe we need to go and remove this one, remove that one. No. That's not what he's talking about. There is a time that we'll pluck up that is planted. But boys, it's God's going to be the author of it. God's going to be the author of it. And somebody said, you mean that's that brother had, listen, is running around, listen on his wife, that drunkard from downtown. No. Listen, he's talking about the seed that's planted out here, and when it grows, listen, boys, if God's the author of plucking it, there'll be joy, there'll be happiness. Listen, that's why there's joy when a child is born. The Bible says, a woman, while she's with child, she has trouble, she has pain, she has suffering. Listen, but when the child is delivered, there is joy. Listen, today, so then, and then he said, a time to kill. Time to kill. Listen, today, a time to heal. Listen, friend, I'm going to tell you. Somebody said, you mean you got a right to kill? Keep this in mind. God better be the author of every work you do when it comes to the church. If He's not, He'll dry your fields up, brother. Listen, He said, it's time to heal. You let God be the author of something. When it heals over with, everything will be all right. Listen, He said, a time to weep. Listen, church. Listen, have you ever wept before? Listen, when you have a brother come in and he says, I feel like I've been called to preach. Listen, it's going to cause you to weep. Why? Why? Because, brother, do you remember when you was there? When God called you? Listen, friend, there was some weeping to be done about it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of heartache coming
Yes,
along
there
and
is.
preaching this
Yeah, there
gospel.
is. Just want to serve the
Joey,
Lord.
there's been times that I've said, God, I wish you'd take it away and give it to someone else.
Yeah.
This time, today, it wouldn't bother me one bit. But listen, in spirit, it would.
Yeah.
Listen, it's a two-edged sword, brother.
Yes, it is. Yes,
Listen, it cuts coming and going to a man that's called to do it. Listen, but we are to weep with them and pray. God be with them, give them strength. Listen, and he began to say, a time to laugh. Listen, oh, you mean it's okay to laugh? You better believe it is.
Yeah.
I've laughed a lot this weekend. Listen, a time to mourn. Brother, listen, yes, a time to mourn. Is there a difference in weeping and mourning?
Yes, sure are.
Mourning lasts longer than weep, brother, listen. You'll mourn a long time, listen. A friend, today, I want you to understand that. Look around, friend. How's your church doing? How's your life doing today? You might need to mourn a while.
Yeah.
That's why David said like this. Somebody said, well, that's when he was lost. No. Here's what he said. I chattered like a crane.
Yeah.
I mourned like a dove. Listen, today, friend, have you ever mourned like that? Have you ever chattered like that? Have you ever heard the dove? Listen, mourn out. What is a mourn? It's a deep feeling that comes right from the bottom of your stomach, brother, and rolls right out.
Yeah.
Oh, friend, there's been times I've cried. It was a good feeling when you're mourning and you feel Jesus begin to move in, right from the top of your head down to the bottom of your feet. Listen, then he said like this, in a time to dance. I love that today. They say you old Baptists don't believe in dancing.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we do, boys. Oh, the prettiest dancing I've ever saw in my whole life is when I can see my brothers and sisters begin to get up and begin to... I saw Brother Hoffman dancing last night. He looked awful pretty. Today, I declare to you, friend, there's a time to dance. Listen, a time to cast away stones and a time to gather stones. Listen, let us try to do more gathering, brother, and casting this morning. Listen, he said, and a time to embrace all is time, and a time to refrain from embracing. We're going to embrace here today.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't know about you, Brother Darrell, but there's times I hate to take the part in hand. Listen, it's like you wonder if you ever see each other again. Listen, it causes you to get sad. Listen, as much as Josh aggravates me, and Joey does, it still causes me, listen, to weep to leave them. Listen, why? Because it's a love that you have for your brother. Oh, but listen, the joy in knowing if we don't meet here in this land again, we've got a reunion that is going to last forever. Listen, today, friend, and then he said, a time to loose and a time to keep, a time to cast away, a time to rend, a time to sow, a time to keep silence, and a time to speak. Let me get to what I want to get to, brethren. A time to love. I used to wonder about this one. A time to love and a time to hate. Time to hate. Oh, you mean the Christian? What do you mean the time to hate? Friend, I'm going to tell you something right now. There's been times in Jason's life that I've hated some people. Listen, now I'm not going to lie to you today. Now listen how I said that Jason did. Now listen, this inward man, brother inside. Oh, I'm glad though when them hate feelings come, it causes it to overcome. And it'll cause you to say, oh God, bless my worst enemy. And He will today. A friend, is that all right, Brother Darrell? And he said, a time of war and a time of peace. Boys, I wonder sometimes, Lord, surely I've already been through the war in life. Surely we already have a time for peace. Somebody said, well, no, our country is still in war. That's not what he was talking about, friend. He was talking about his church today, his children. Friend, listen. He said, my kingdom is not of this world. Or my children, my servants, they would fight. Listen, friend, and I'm glad that it's not of this world. And he said, what profit hath he that worketh, and where he laboureth? Listen, I have seen the travail which God hath given. Listen, to the sons of men, it to be exercised in it. He hath made everything beautiful at His time. Listen, not at mine, not at yours. He said, and also He hath set the world, listen, in their hearts, so that no man can find out the work of God maketh from the beginning to the end. Today, friend, listen, I didn't start it, Brother Chris, neither did you. I'm not going to finish it, neither did you. I've had him say, well, if we ever lose that one, I don't know how we can go on. If we ever lose this one, I don't know how we can go on. Oh, listen, if God build the house, the labor's not in vain, brother. And if you let Him be the chief cornerstone in your life today, boys, one man never stopped the circus from happening. No doubt Ringley Brothers has lost to many people that worked for him, that played good parts, that walked the high line. I'm glad that God's got brethren today that can walk the high line when I can. I'm glad that God's got children that can sing when I can't. And His way is far above ours. His way is far above ours. I love you today because God loved me. And friend, if you want today to get that feeling in your heart and life that you need more than anything, you choose today. You choose today. Sister Mildred, it's good to see you. I remember your dad many a time down at the old Union Church. And he was always a good light to me and a good brother. And I'm glad today that there's been a many brothers and sisters' children that I can look around, and grandchildren that I see here today that I was when I was, I guess a lot of people still look at me and say, you're still young, and I guess I am according to nature, but been in this probably about going on 25 years. And the thing about it is, friend, is there was a lot of good lights to me growing up in this Soul Baptist family. And I can look and see some of you. They're fruits of their labors, friend. Sometimes the good things that you do in God, don't produce anything till years down the road. You might not be around to see them. But I'm going to beg you one thing. If you're here today and you're lost, if you're here today and you're lost, don't let the sun go down on you tonight.
Yeah, that's right.
Friends, seek you somewhere. If it's right here in the church, you may say, well, I don't want to disturb somebody. Friend, you're only disturbing yourself if you don't. Let God be first in your life. And Sister Crystal, He'll work the rest out. That's the way I found it. Because there's been many a puzzles. I told this brother over here, he had I don't know what he did with it a while ago. And Josh had a puzzle piece that he's playing with, and he had it in his hand, and I said, what is that? He said, it's a puzzle piece. And I said, I've still never been able to put the whole puzzle together. But when I hear him say, your time is finished here, and I look at that jigsaw puzzle, brother, you remember all them little pieces? Oh, friend, there's only one piece left on the side. And Brother Darrell, he'll be the one to put it right in there. And when he puts it in, I won't look to see where Charlene's at. I won't look to see where Sarah's at. Listen, my